Alright, he's big here, so I'm ready to go install the QS motor, so let's go do it. I've got it right here. We're going to go ahead and install it. I'm going to put it on the jack. I'm going to maneuver it into place, just like installing a transmission into a car. That's what it feels like. Alright, not even motorcycles install this way, right? I think some motorcycles are like that. That's right. Some of the motorcycles have the motor as a stress member, right? Okay, I think I'm already hitting something. Okay, and at some point we're going to have to start pushing the motor that way, okay? Oh, it's hitting the DC-DC converter. All right, I want to try to maneuver it in there. All right. So I'm jacking it out and then pushing it forward at the same time. Okay. I think I got it. I may have it at a point where I can just... You gotta get the angle of the motor proper too. Okay. I'm gonna push this back and then... Okay, I'm gonna try to install this side first. This one doesn't really have... This one does have a washer there, so it's kind of annoying. Okay, I'll lie down on the ground so I can see what's going on here. This DC-DC converter gets in the way. And I think I was looking at the wrong freaking hole. You want the ones that are closer to each other. Just see if I can get this one in here. This one's not, it looks like it's already lined up. Okay, I got this one in. That was easy. Hopefully these motor mounts are nice and strong. It looks like it lines up. I think I got it. I'm going to tighten it a little bit to take out the slack so we can get the other side in. Okay, let's go ahead to the other side. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and try to install this side now. This side is kind of hard because it's got the spacers to it. Alright, I feel if you lie down on the ground, I'm wearing my mechanic suit right now. Put the spacer in there. Doesn't fit. Yeah, it won't fit. The spacer is like not quite the right size. Okay, here's me here. I'm having some serious problems. Alright, so it's tight all the way on the other side, and it won't fit. All right, this spacer is 19 millimeters. All right, got it. 19.14. All right, and then it's supposed to go right here. Okay, I'm going to measure that distance. Okay, as you can see, it's 17. Yeah, 17 versus 19. It's 2 millimeters off. It's way too 16. Yeah, it's almost 17. Almost 17. Yeah. Yeah, 16.85. All right. So what was it? 19 and 17. We got to shave off like 2 millimeters on this to get this to fit. Unfortunately. Yeah. So I hate to do it, guys. I hate to do it then, because that means if we do want to go back to the Sur Ron motor, we'll probably have to add a washer or something to it. Okay, but I'm gonna have to shave 2 millimeters off of this. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna shave it, and then I'm just gonna try to put it back. Okay, so all right, we'll give it a whirl. Yeah, but yeah, you can see it's not gonna fit, guys. I'm disappointed it's not a perfect drop in, but yeah, you can see that's not going in there. It's tight on the other side. It's tight all the way, and it's not going to go in. It's like 2 millimeters off. All right, I hate to modify it, man, but I think that's the only way we're going to get it to fit. Okay. Okay, so before I start grinding away, I'm going to check the other one also. All right. So it does fit, all right, but it doesn't fit with the adjuster on there. Okay, we kind of have to have that, right? So this goes like this, all right. Wait, it does fit. Wait a minute, I got it to fit. Wait a minute, maybe we don't have to modify it. I'm not sure, but what the heck? Okay, now it fits. This one fits. Alright, but I can't get I have to get the hole lined up. Yeah, I got it to fit. It's odd. The front one will not fit. Yeah, this side fits. Hooray. I think I need to loosen the other side so we can, because the hole's not quite lined up. I'm just going to very lightly loosen it and slide it up. Come on. Oh, I'm pushing on. I'm trying to push on the frame. I was like, wait a minute, you gotta do the motor, not the frame. Okay, there we go. I feel something. Okay, there we go. I gotta get this square thing in the slot first. There we go. I got 3 of 4. I was about ready to grind the other one. I was like, wait, let's see if this one fits first. Okay, let's see if this actually. I'm gonna go loosen the other side. See if I can do it without looking. All right, it's Big here. So I'm kind of tired and frustrated right now, but I got 3 of those motor mounts to fit in. All right, and I just have to get the last one to fit. The one that's on the front left doesn't fit. All right, like I showed you earlier, this guy. All right, this has got to be ground down like 2 millimeters. All right, I would hate to modify this. I mean, I guess it would be too hard to find this if I wanted to think, or if I did want to put the Sur Ron motor back in for whatever reason, you know, since I grind this, I'm going to have to add like a washer or something to it so it'll fit. All right, so I guess if I do want to go back to the Sur Ron motor, that's what we'll have to do. Okay, but I'm going to grind this down about 2 millimeters. We'll start I'll start with 1 millimeter and we'll stick it in there, okay? But yeah, I took a picture of it. Check that out. Okay, yeah, did you see that? Yeah, it's off by quite a bit. It's off by like 2 millimeters, all right? So I'm gonna shave off 1 millimeter first and then try to stick it in there, and then we'll shave off another one if it doesn't fit, all right? I'm just gonna put it in my bench grinder, all right? Okay, I've grinded it down to 18 millimeters and it still won't fit, all right? So I wanna keep on going. I'll grind it down to 17 millimeters, okay? Okay, there we go. 17 exactly, and it fits. All right, so I don't know, man. So that must be the spec that motor is. Must be a little bit different than the Sur Ron. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and it fits. All right, I already tried it. All right, and I also kind of grinded the edge a little bit. I put a little angle to it so it would slip in a little better, kind of like this side. This side is like that too. Okay, so that's what it looks like after it's done. Let's see if it fits. All right, I've already kind of slid it in there. Okay, exciting. Here we go. And it fits. There you go. It's pretty tight fit. I'm not gonna lie. Damn, I might want to grind it some more. I don't know, maybe the motor is like crooked or something. I feel that's fine. I would rather have it tight fit. All right. So make sure that the hole lines up. Okay. Sorry, my camera battery ran out. I need to just tap it in with the hammer. I think it should be kind of loose, man. That's what I'm thinking. It shouldn't be super duper tight like that. I think I might grind it. There we go. Take a look at it one more time. Looks like we're good. Okay, let me get my there we go. Nope. Yes, no, maybe? No. It's not screwing in. Hold on, let me loosen the mounts. There we go. Yeah, let me go loosen them. It's kind of loose in there. I hate to say it, I think it's too tight, man. I might want to, well, let's see if we can tighten the motor real quick. Alright, so they're all loose, and this one's in here now. Okay, looks pretty secure. I'll go get my pry bar. Okay, let's see if this will tighten. Loosen. Yeah, it'll loosen, but it's kind of hard. Okay, well the adjuster works. I think we're good. Question is the sprocket straight, man? Okay. Well, anyway, it's on there. So let's put the let me put the drivetrain on there, and then we'll start I'll start installing. So all that's got to be left, all that's left to do is install the wires. All right, and then yeah, and then install the chain and the sprocket. Okay, so let's do the sprocket first. Okay, so I'm actually going to use the Sur Ron key because I kind of like this one better. All right. I know it fits. Should fit. Go. Okay. Now we're gonna put my sprocket in. Make sure it's lined up. Okay, Hayes Mega's run into another problem here. The keyway is different on this on the Sur Ron one and the QS one. This is 5.3 millimeters. All right, that's how big the little box is. All right. Let me see how thick this is. It fits on the Sur Ron motor. So this is 5 millimeters. All right, guys, and it's 5.3. It's actually a little small on the Sur Ron, actually. When I think it's too tight on the QS motor, that is odd. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna measure from the okay. I'm gonna measure from the shaft, all right, the smooth part of the shaft to the top of the keyway, all right, and that should give me a measurement. Okay. Okay, and I'm getting 22.56. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with the Sur Ron. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with the Sur Ron. 22.56 is the other one, remember? All right, 22.14. All right, this one is less. Yep. Yeah, it's like 22. So guess what? We got to grind the key. We got to grind the key down a little bit. So what the hell, dude? I was going to say, I don't know how they got this. I don't know how they got this in here. This is smaller or bigger. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how they got this to fit in there. They must have just shoehorned that sucker in there. Well, I want to use this one, so I'm going to grind this one a little bit. It's got to be down like half a millimeter. Let me measure it one more time. Okay. How do you like them apples? 22.5. Okay, so we got 22 millimeters versus 22.5. All right, that's why it's not fitting. It sticks out too much. All right, that's the problem. So we're gonna have to grind the key down a little bit. All right. Damn, all this fitting stuff. It is not plug and play, guys. That's for sure. All right, I don't know how they got this one to fit in there, man. Maybe they pressed it in, but I'm not sure. It just should slide in, just like the Sur Ron one, okay? So I'm going to use the longer one from the Sur Ron, all right? They're the exact same thickness. This is 5.03 millimeters. Both of them came in at the same size, all right? So I'm going to go grind this one down half a millimeter, all right? It looks really hard, too. It looks like it's going to take a while, all right? And then we'll do it. So this should be, was it 5 millimeters? So it should be 4.5 millimeters when we're done, okay? All right, so 5 millimeters, right? So we gotta shave off half a millimeter. So at 4.5 mil, I'll do it in steps. So say, okay, we'll do 4.7 first, okay? Just like the freaking spacer, man. I don't know why. Okay, boys and girls, here it is. I got it. If I can get it in straight, there you go. There you go. It's in there. A little bit of play, just like the Sur Ron motor. It's okay. I'm using the Sur Ron key also because it's longer. I feel it fits better. Okay, I grinded it down to 4.5 millimeters, just like I said. It was off by half a millimeter, so I think I might have grinded it a little too much. That's okay. I can't get it off now. But here's the final measurement on it, guys. Okay, I wound up grinding it too much, all right, 4.47, all right? It was like 5.53, and then I grinded a little more, and then it wound up being 4.47. I'm like, dadgummit, man. I went over a little bit. I was trying to aim for 4.5 right on the money. I was so close. But anyway, it fits. So yeah, so if you remember correctly, it was, what was it? It was 22.5. All right, actually, yeah, let's take another measurement real quick. All right, this is not... I'm going to go measure it again. And it should be somewhere around 22. Okay. There you go, 22.14. It's actually a little bit more, but it fits, okay? It's actually kind of loose, so. All right, so what I'm gonna do is put the 420 sprocket in. Okay. Hopefully it lines up properly. I'm not sure about the motor alignment, man. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Actually, you know what? I don't think I can put that spring washer back on. Nope. Spring washer is not going back on there, guys, okay? So I hope this doesn't come out. That's what I want to say. Alright, I'm just going to gun it on. Alright, and then, yeah, let me see. Yeah, just gun it on real quick. Okay. So you see this, there's a line here, all right? They drew a line here. So I don't know, maybe I should torque it until it gets to over here. Oh, no, you know what? That's wrong. This is supposed to be on the other side, so it fits perfectly though. The threads are flush with the end, so I think it's okay. Okay, but there it is. All right. We'll torque it. Okay. I don't know how much to torque that. That's a much bigger bolt, or much bigger nut. So we'll just torque it to whatever it was before. I think it was like 30 foot-pounds or something. Okay, so all that's left is the wiring. All right, we put the wire on there and then put the chain back on, and we can pretty much ride it. All right. All right. Okay, next step, I gotta connect the phase wires. All right, so so if you remember correctly, this is what I was using last time. All right, and it kind of just fell apart, you know. Plus, it doesn't fit the new phase wires. The new phase wires are kind of thicker, so oh well. So that's gonna go in the garbage, fortunately. It's okay. I wanted to get rid of that thing. It's kind of bulky, and I think that might be the root of why my bike gets crazy when it gets wet. Okay, so so I've got these shrink tubings. All right, we're going to use these. These are the biggest ones I could find because we're using these bolts. Okay, that's the bolt we're going to use, and we're going to use a locking nut with it. Okay, and then I'm going to put some dielectric grease. It's I think it's a quarter. That's a 1/4 inch. It's a SAE size. So you know. I've got a tube of dielectric grease. All right, well, I'm going to connect it, and then I'm going to put dielectric grease over all the exposed parts here. Okay, all the exposed stuff. I'm going to put dielectric grease on it. So, water, dirt, and stuff. Well, the dirt. I know that's going to suck because the dirt's going to kind of stick to it. All right, but this will be over it also. Okay, so it's to insulate the terminals so they don't get contaminated with anything. Okay. I didn't have any problems with it before. I just used electrical tape, and it seemed to do the job just fine. All right, they still get kind of dirty, but they're fine. All right. Also, I might want to get a wire brush and wire brush these phase wires. These phase wires are kind of small. I guess it's okay, right? Because there's not a whole lot of voltage going through there. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of voltage, but there's not a lot of current. Okay. That's my guess. I don't know, because it's like one phase, right? So it's like 1/3 of the power or whatever. It alternates. Okay, I'll go ahead and clean these terminals up. I'll clean them all up. Just give it a little wipe. I don't want to do it too much because I don't know. There might be some kind of coating on there that keeps it from corroding. I think these are copper terminals. So it has a good surface to conduct electricity. for how long these have been on here, they look great. Okay, first step. Okay, the next is we're gonna connect the green first, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Like that. Okay, I'm gonna put our shrink tubing in. Connect these two. Wish I could just solder these, you know. It fits the ones on the controller really tight. All right, but it slips right into the okay. Put this on here. Oh, why did you make it that way? It's hard to screw it. Okay, perfect. All right, if this doesn't work, I'm just going to use electrical tape. I just need it to cover the exposed parts. I wish I had more of this, but I don't have any more. All right, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put dielectric grease on that in this bag because it makes a big mess. It's good for your skin though. It's good. It's good lotion. Okay, that's nice and tight. I'm just gonna slather that on all the exposed stuff around here. Just a light coat. Okay, and I'm gonna go get the gun. Heat gun. Gotta heat this up. Oh balls! No, it's not gonna work. Ooh, it's hot. There's like smoke coming out of it. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna zip tie it. Go put like 2 zip ties around it. That was a fail, guys. Let me heat it up one more time, and then maybe it'll. Okay, whatever. I guess that should be fine. I think I would just rather use zip ties. All right, well, so that's how it is. All right, that's the final result. Okay, guys. So that's where the connection is right there for the green. All right, I only got 2 more to go. All right. Okay, there it is. So I just wound up using a bunch of electrical tape over everything. Okay, and I put some zip ties so the electrical tape won't come off. All right, but yeah, it looks like a pretty good job. All right, so I'm gonna just tuck these wires up in there a little bit. All right, I think it'll be fine. In fact, we can just leave it under here because the cowl will hide all these. Okay, I think. Okay, I think these wires are a little longer than. The ones on the Sur Ron are all crispy and stuff. They don't move anymore, man. I think they've had it, you know. So hopefully this wiring lasts a long time. Okay, but like I said, I put silicone dielectric grease on it. Okay, so these will go up there. All right, and then all we got to do is connect the Hall sensor, and I'm gonna put a little dielectric grease like around the ceiling part. Okay, all right, there she is right there. Okay, so I'm gonna put some dielectric grease just around the edges here, not on the actual pins or anything. I mean, I guess you could, just to keep contaminants out. Trying to waterproof my bike, you know. Okay, just get a little bit where the connector is. I mean, these should be sealed already anyways, but I don't trust it. Okay, and I think I'm just gonna plug it in. I'm not sure about having all these exposed wires here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to put some electrical tape around all this here. All right. It should be fine. It should be sealed and everything, sort of, kind of. All right. But I'm gonna put some electrical tape on this spaghetti here. Okay. Yeah. I wish the wiring was a little better. I have to say, I think I kind of like the Sur Ron wiring a little better, man. Sur Ron wiring looks a little nicer. Okay, I'm gonna go plug that into the harness. Remember, I put all that dielectric grease in there. Okay. And that should be it. Boy, the wire doesn't go in there very nice anymore. This wire is not very, the Hall sensor wire, not very good. If I can stick it in there a little more. Okay, let's just put this little condom thing on. Okay, sealed up pretty nicely. All right, let's put the, okay, so before we do anything, let's make sure it works. All right, so everything is hooked up again. Let's okay, got the keys fired up. Okay, so the chain isn't hooked up, so it shouldn't go anywhere. Okay. Wow. Sounds good. All right, so let me go put the cowl back on.
Okay,
all right.
so that's what it looks like. All right, guys. I'm gonna go button it up now. Pretty good.
I don't know what this freaking wire is here, man. Get these wires all over the place. What do they do? All right, so one of these days, Hazebag is going to take the controller off, and I'm going to put more. I'm going to put more of that dielectric grease over everything. But tonight, I just want to get the freaking motor in there. All right, there's the phase wires, and then the thing, the Hall sensor. All right, hopefully it covers, this cowl covers it pretty good. All right, I'm gonna go put that back on. Okay, I installed the cowl. The cowl's on there. It's a little neater now. The wires are still kind of exposed, but it's okay. Heat sink's blocking it, so, and then there'll be the skid plate under here. So there you go. You can see the phase wire still. Okay, you can definitely tell that's not a Sur Ron motor. Okay, so now is the moment of truth. We're gonna install the drivetrain in there, okay? So if you want to see how to install a 420 chain into while the jack shaft is still in the bike, check that video out. All right. Okay, I got the chain on. There we go. So I'm gonna go tension the chain. It looks like it's kind of loose right now, so let's go ahead and tighten this bad boy. Right, so it's 5 millimeters of slack. Okay, I've gone ahead and adjusted the chain, and I've tightened the motor mounts, and then now we're gonna go torque it. It's 15 newton meters, if you guys are wondering. Okay. The chain might be a little tight. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're done. So let me go. Oops. Let me go clean this. We put it on the stand. I forgot one thing. We need to torque the front sprocket. Okay, the front primary drive sprocket. I'm going to torque it to 37 foot-pounds. It's 34 to 37 foot-pounds, so I'm going to do 37. Okay, and remember, you got to use a 24 on this bad boy now. All right, I'm going to keep my foot on the wheel, so hopefully it doesn't move. Oh, it's still moving. Crikey's. Oh, okay. I know how to do it. I know what to do. So how you could do this is you need to stick something right there, okay? and then you can torque it. Okay, that should be good. Hopefully it doesn't come off. It kind of worries me that the painted marks are not lined up. Okay, it's pretty close, but this is a different sprocket, so yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go clean up and put it on the stand. We'll do a test. All right, here's Mig here. We're gonna do the stand test. All right, I don't know if I'm gonna go ride it around the block. It's kind of late right now. Right? I'm trying not to make a lot of noise. All right, NXT display fired up. Okay, I'm gonna go. You know what? It's going backwards, guys. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, it's going backwards. Oh shit, I don't know what happened, guys. It's gone backwards. Hold on. I hope there's a way I can reverse the motor or something, man. What do I do now? It's backwards. Wait a minute. No! The motor's spinning backwards, alright guys? Oh. Is there a way I can reverse this? I didn't connect the battery backwards or anything, did I? I don't think so. Check the regen. Well, the regen works. Yeah, it works, but it goes backwards, guys. Oh shit, man. Hold on. Let me double check. Hold on. Let me do a system restore. Okay, I'm gonna do a system restore, and hopefully it'll fix this. All right. I don't think I've ever had this problem where the bike rides backwards. All right. So it's definitely going backwards, guys. The wheel is supposed to be going counterclockwise, and it's not. What the hell, dude? See, it's going clockwise. So if you want to ride it backwards, then that'll work, but I don't want to ride it backwards. Okay, so I'm going to see what I can do about this. I'm going to reprogram I'm going to set everything up again. I'm going to do a restore on it. All right, hallelujah, I fixed it, guys. All right, here, let's go to the throttle. There we go. It's going counterclockwise the right way now. Okay, so here's what I did. All right, guys. I did a restore, but I don't think I needed to do the restore. What I had to do. Okay, let's see if I can break it again. All right. So I don't know if you could do this. If you have another if you have an ASI controller, all right, from another seller. All right. This is Dielectric Grease Technologies here. All right, guys. And so I was able to do this using this NXT display here. Okay, you're not going to have this if you have some other ASI kit. All right, so you're going to have to talk to whoever makes your kit and make stuff happen. All right, so I had to do a motor calibration to get this thing running properly. Okay, so how you do that on the NXT display. All right, so I'll show you real quick. Okay, so what you wanted, so I have there we go. Okay, that's my firmware. All right, that's the firmware for this NXT display. It's RC 6.50.5. okay, this is the latest one, all right, that ever came out. All right, and so you want to go here to motor options. Okay, and you want to go to motor calibration. All right, you want to make sure the wheel is in the air, right? Because the bike is going to actually move. All right, so it's on a stand. All right, make sure there's nothing around it because it's going to actually move. All right, and so I can change the direction of the motor by hitting this button here. Okay, so there's a 0 and a 1. I guess when it's a 1, it's going the other way, and the 0 it just reverses it. Okay, pretty cool stuff. Okay, I'm going to hit moving. We're going to do a moving motor calibration. Now you can see it's going clockwise, right? So that's the wrong direction. Okay, so for whatever reason, all right, so we save that. Okay, I go back to the main screen so we can operate it. All right, and it's going to go backwards now. Okay, it's going backwards, going counterclockwise. It's going clockwise, all right? We want it to go counterclockwise, right? Okay? For the way we're looking at the bike, we want it to go counterclockwise. All right, so to fix that, we got to do what I just showed you, okay? We're going to go to motor calibration. Okay, we're going to go to motor calibration, motor direction, all right? And then we want motor direction to be 1, all right? And then we're going to hit moving. Okay? It's doing its calibration, and it's reversed the motor now. Okay, the motor doesn't care what direction it's going, all right? It's you could flip the motor the other direction and put it in another bike, you know, but you got to program it, all right, to do that. All right, so we're going to hit save. Okay, back, exit, exit. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm giving it throttle. And it's going clockwise, all right, guys? That's the it's going counterclockwise. Got it, counterclockwise. So let's turn it off. Turn it back on. Okay. Okay, still spins the right direction. Okay, there we go. So it's done. I did it. All right. All right. Well, I got the QS165 motor installed. Finally, it took all freaking night. All right. So I ran into a couple problems. All right. And I'm gonna go over them right now. Okay. Yeah. It was not as plug and play as I thought it would be. Okay. Yeah. All right. So all I can say is if you're gonna buy one of these motors, if you have the exact same setup as me, you could probably do it. All right. If you don't, you're gonna have to get with whoever makes your controller and have them do stuff to it. All right. Okay. But I was able to do it on my own. All right, because I have the NXT display. I have some ability to tune the bike. All right, to change settings on the bike. All right. Okay, so let's go over everything that happened. All right. So you can't take the motor off if it's on a stand like this. All right. So you can't take the motor off if you have like a dirt bike stand or something. You've got to do it. You could probably use a motorcycle stand, a rear stand. All right. But I don't have a rear stand that fits this bike. Okay. Unfortunately, so I didn't use it. What I did is I used a chalk and a little block to make the bike stand upwards. All right. If you had like a lift for a motorcycle that could lift it, all right, and there's like a chalk so you could work on the motor without having to bend over and stuff, that's the best way. All right. The next best way is to just lie down on the ground. Okay. Also, some people flip their bike around. All right, they put it upside down and they put it on their. I'm not gonna do that, guys. All right. Does that make it easier? I don't know. All right. Anyway, so we took the old motor out. All right, and then I hooked up the new motor, and just to test it, we just hooked up the phase wires and the hall sensor connector, and then it worked. All right. And then so that was the first step, to make sure it works. All right. The first step was to make sure it works and make sure the drivetrain works. All right. The pulleys are the correct ones and everything. All right. I wanted to make sure all that stuff was right, and it was okay. All right. However, I ran into problems installing the motor. All right. So one of the problems was for whatever reason, the front left mount was the wrong. The spacer is too big. All right, it wouldn't fit in there with that spacer. I had to grind it down like 2 millimeters to get it to fit in there. All right, and then it fit. All right. would it be the same for another bike? I don't know. All right, maybe my frame is bent or twisted or something. I don't know, man. But maybe it's because I have a Sur Ron MX. Maybe the newer ones have a different spec or something. I don't know. All right, but all I know is that it wouldn't fit. For some reason, the back one fit. The back one fit. All right, it fit fine. So I was able to get 3 of the 4 mounts on there fine. And then, except for that front left one, right? I had to shave it down 2 millimeters to get it to fit. Okay, and then I was able to get it in there. Now I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of sketchy whether the motor is in there in the right alignment and everything. All right, I'm just gonna have to ride it for now, and see. It looks okay. All right, I'm not gonna lie, it looks okay. I have a little bit of a. So I'm running the DB Off-Road 420 chain on this right now, and there's a shim on it. All right, I can shim the rear sprocket. All right, for the primary drive, I can move it in. All right, right now it's moved out. All right, so if it's unaligned a little bit, I can shift it a little bit. All right. Okay, so I got it to fit. I got the drivetrain to get in there. Yeah, that chain is it's a brand new chain, so it's really tight in there. All right, I've got a half the adjustment left. Okay, I've got half the adjustment. That's about how much I had with the Sur Ron motor. All right, and I was able to install. I was able to remove and install the chain with the motor and the jack shaft in there. All right, it's pretty cool kit. Okay, you could do that with this one. All right, I like that. Okay, so what the next problem? The next problem was the keyway. All right, it's either the keyway or the key. All right, the key sticks out too much. All right, so that would mean the keyway is shallower. All right, the key sticks out farther. It sticks out so much that the pulley, all right, or the sprocket will not go in there. All right, not like this. I measured it compared to the Sur Ron one, and it was off by 0.5 millimeter. All right, so Hades Mega had to shave that key down 0.5 millimeter, and that's what I did. I shaved it 0.5 millimeter. I almost freaking lost it. If you're gonna grind it on a bench grinder, grind it vertically. All right, up and down. All right, you want to grind it up and down on the side of the wheel. Don't do it horizontally, because I did it horizontally and I got lucky a few times. It didn't happen, but it happened, and it caught it and it just shot it away, and I thought I lost it, and it just fell down where I was. All right, so and I kind of hurt my finger a little bit. All right, so the tiny little key that's hard to hold, man. The spacer is one thing. The spacer is like huge. All right, so I had to do some fitting. All right, and I had to massage it to get it in there. All right, but I got it in there. The sprocket fits in there good. It uses a different nut. All right, the nut is a 24 millimeter. We use a 24 millimeter socket to secure it. All right, the Sur Ron uses a 17 millimeter, and it uses a spring washer. This one, the spring washer from the Sur Ron will not fit, so you can't use it. All right, so I'm just using this nut here. All right, but if you think about it, it spins counterclockwise and the threads go clockwise, so it will not loosen. All right, it's supposed to tighten itself on itself. All right, so hopefully that won't come out. Maybe I'll put some Loctite, or I'll put some thread, some kind of silicone stuff on there. Okay, to get that on there. What's another problem? All right, the next problem, guys, is the bike ran backwards. Okay, so when I had everything, okay, so it's a good thing we did a stand test first. Okay, instead of the Hades Mega just going out and ride it. Right, I'm not gonna do it tonight. It's kind of late anyways. And I blipped it on the stand, and I was like, wait a minute, the wheel's going the wrong direction. It's going backwards. All right, the wheel was spinning clockwise. All right, so I was like, oh shit, what do I do now? All right, so Hades Mega was scratching his head. I was like, well, maybe I can. So what I did is I did a system restore. All right, I restored the system to the default settings, and I reprogrammed everything. Okay, and then after that, it didn't work. So I had to do I did a motor calibration. All right, I did a motor calibration, And in the motor calibration menu, you can change the direction of the motor. The direction of the motor should be 1, all right? If you go, the reverse direction is 0, all right? So I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe it's because of the Sur Ron motor is different, or maybe, I don't know, whatever. I had to reverse the motor, all right? But now it works fine. It works in the right direction, all right? So all I got to do is take it for a test drive, all right? So I will do that tomorrow, all right? Okay, but yeah, there it is. I got it in there. It took me all night, and there was a few issues with it. So yeah, it was not a plug and play install like I thought it would be, all right? But I got it to work, all right? So if Hazevinga can get it to work, maybe you can get it to work, all right? But yeah, this is a Sur Ron Lightbeat MX, all right? It's the oldest Sur Ron out there, and it's running a Dielectric Grease Technologies BAC 4000 setup, all right, with the NXT display, all right? So if I didn't have that NXT display, I'd be kind of SOL, all right? Yeah, unless you have backdoor access and you know how to use that. I'm telling you this, man, like that backdoor software is like, if you don't know what you're doing, you could seriously mess your bike up. So don't mess around with that if you don't know what you're doing, all right? If you get a QS motor, you might have to, I don't know, you're going to have to go to whoever makes your controller, all right? Whoever set your controller up, you're going to have to get with them to see if they can fix that, okay? I had to do a motor calibration, all right? It would not work after I swapped the motor, all right? I had to do a calibration using the BAC software, right? Or the NXT display, all right? So if you can't do that, I don't know. Okay, you're gonna have to find a way to do that. Hopefully, whatever controller you're using, it can do a motor calibration. All right. Basically, it's an auto setup. It auto tunes the motor. Okay. And then I had to reverse the motor too. Okay. So you have to do a motor calibration and reverse the motor. But to reverse the motor, you got to do a motor calibration anyway. Okay. And then make sure your bike is on a stand, all right? If it's not on a stand, it's going to take off when it does the calibration, right? Okay, so if you have the same setup as me, then it'll work, all right? Well, we'll find out tomorrow when I go take it for a ride. I think I'm going to put the street tires on too, so I don't want to ride around with these knobbies. Okay, so it took me, man, when did I start? It's almost 2 o'clock right now, all right? It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I started at 7 o'clock. All right, I started at 7 and it's 2 now. So it took me 7 hours. It took me 7 hours to do this, right? Yeah, it took me 7 hours to do this, guys. So yeah, it's pretty bad. It took me a long time, right? And a lot of it was the fabrication and trying to get the wires to get into each other and testing stuff and shooting videos, all right? Shooting videos adds another hour or 2 to this, okay? And as you can see, my camera light has run out of power, so everything is dark now, okay? So there it is. I think we've got it. I just have to take it for a test ride around the neighborhood, or just take it for a test ride, all right? So I will go put the street wheel tires on it, and then we'll go do that. So look forward to that video. Right, thanks for watching. So that is the QS165 install video vlog. All right, I had to do quite a bit of things to get it in there. It is not as plug and play as I thought it would be. Okay, all right. Well, I hope this has been educational and entertaining. So this should be a better motor than the Sur Ron. All right, hopefully it'll last me a long time. But I'll keep you guys up to date how it is. All right. But it is cheaper than the Sur Ron motor. That's the good thing. It's cheaper and it's better than the Sur Ron motor, depending on where you're buying it from. All right, but yeah, it was not as plug and play as I thought it would be. It's slightly different than the Sur Ron motor. Slightly different. All right, it's not quite the same. If anything, I like the wiring on the Sur Ron motor a little better. It looks a little neater. Is what I'm gonna say. Okay, but other than that, they're very comparable motors. Okay, the 165 and the Sur Ron motor. Okay. I don't know if there's any different kinds of Sur Ron motors. I do know that the Light BS and the Segway X160 have like a smaller motor or something. It's a weaker motor. I don't know, man. And everyone wants to buy like the Sur Ron. Well, why bother? Why don't you just buy like one of these motors then? Okay, so hopefully it'll be good. It's inexpensive, so if I break it, you know, I owe $450. That's not a small amount of money, is what I'm gonna say, but it's less than $650. Okay. All right, here's Miguel. Thanks for watching.